Hey, this is Susan Velez from SusanVelez.com, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I make the techie side of blogging easy. Now, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, I highly recommend that you do, because what I like to do is every Wednesday I create some type of blogging tip, tutorial, some type of advice that's going to help you start, grow, and monetize your WordPress blog. So in last week's video, I actually created a tutorial that walked you through the process of how to set up the free social warfare plugin. Now, if you don't know by now, this is the same social sharing plugin that I'm using on my live WordPress site. The only difference is that I am using the premium version. So what I wanted to do today was I actually wanted to run you through the process, basically just show you the differences of the premium version versus the free version. Now, I know that as bloggers, it's really hard to spend money on plugins, especially when there's so many free ones available. And if you want to use a free plugin, that's awesome. Feel free to use this plugin as a freebie. I actually ran through the process and showed you how to install and set it up. But today, I'm going to show you the differences of the free version and then the paid version. That way, if you've ever been thinking about changing or upgrading, you'll know what the differences are, okay? So here I am inside of my social warfare account. Like I said, you will need the free core version. Regardless of whether you're using the premium version, you're going to need both this free core version and then the pro add-on. Now, you'll be required to log into your social warfare account to install and download the free add-on, and then you'll also be given an activation license key. And that will all be inside of your social warfare account. Once you've actually got the plugin installed on your blog, then of course you will go to your settings. So what we're going to do, the best way for me to do this is just kind of have a side-by-side scenario and kind of just run you through the process, and so that we can see the differences of the free version and then the paid version. So right here is my live site, which is SusanVelez.com, and as you can see, I am using the premium version on this site. And the reason you can tell it is the premium version, because what we're going to do is we're on the development site, which is SusanVelezYouTube.dev. So this is the free version that we set up in the last tutorial. We set up these social Pinterest or these social icons, and I walked through the process of how to set it up, and then these floaty icons as well too. So now basically all I'm going to do is just kind of show you what the differences are, in case because I know that I don't like to spend money on anything if I don't know if it's going to benefit me or what the differences are between the free and the premium. So hopefully this video will kind of show you what the differences are. If you don't feel like the premium version will benefit you, feel free to continue using the free version, because the free version is available. That's why it's free. So I'm just basically going to run you through the process of the differences and just show you. Now, this is the free version. As you can see, we are in the display tab, and then you've got these social icon or these social networks, and you'll notice that you really only have 6 social networks. Right now I have these 4 active and then these 2 inactive. So this is the display on the premium version, and as you can see right off the bat, you have a lot more social networks that you can choose from. And then you have the ordering button. You could sort dynamically by order of the most shares. So you don't have that option here on the free one, but if you only use these 4 social networks, you're fine. If you want more options, then you could go ahead and upgrade to the premium version. As you can see, my only 4 active are the Twitter, Pinterest, and Facebook, and then the Google+. Those are the only 4 that are showing up on my live site. So now what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down, and you're going to see share counts, and it's basically the same thing. The only difference is that you can, right here on the premium version, you have the availability to, you have the option to hide your actual share button counts and total counts until you have a minimum of share counts, and I've set mine to 100. So that means that my share counts and my share the counts on my buttons will not show until I have a minimum of 100 shares. Now you don't have to have this. You can actually set it to 0 to where all your share counts show regardless of the number, but I like to keep mine at 100, and then once that post has reached 100, then the share counts and the buttons on the buttons and the total share counts will show. You don't have that option on the free one. You just have the option to display your button counts and your total counts. So for button share posts, you'll notice that right off the bat we have Twitter cards on the premium version, and Twitter cards are pretty awesome. Now you might not have seen them, but let me go to this post and I might have a Twitter card on here. And okay, I don't have a Twitter card on there, but if you need information about what a Twitter card is, you can come over here. It says I, and that'll take you to information, and it'll open up in a new page, and then you can see options, display, and it'll tell you what the Twitter card is, and then kind of run you through the description on that. So I'm not going to really run through what that is. I'm just showing you that you do not have that option on the free version. So next, we both have on the free version and the premium version, you have the option to choose the position share count share buttons, and of course it's the same. You can either choose above, below, both above and below the content, and none manual placement, which are the same options as the free version. So next we have the image hover pin button. Now you might not know what that is, but if you come over here and you come to this, then you'll notice that it has this hover pin button, which really makes it really easy for somebody to pin your content to Pinterest, which I love Pinterest. It's actually starting to gain some traction, and so it makes it easy for people to share your content. So you do not have that option available on the free version, and really that's all the options in the display tab on the free version. So we still have the image hover pin button, and then you could choose whether you wanted it aligned left, center, or right, and I pretty much just leave these as is. You could play around with this and choose different options and to display yours differently. And then you have the Yumly display control. I'm not really sure what that is, but like I said, it has an I right here, which means information. You could choose that, and it will walk you through the process of what that is and setting it up. Basically, I've pretty much just chose to leave that as is. And those are really the options on the display of the premium. So now let's go to styles for both the premium and the free version. So we're going to come over here to styles on the free version, and then we're going to notice that the first option we have on the free version is the total counts. The first options we have on the live or the premium version is the visual options, and it says use the settings below to customize the look of your share buttons. So right here is where you would just kind of customize them, set them up the way you want them, and you could choose custom colors right here, and then choose custom outline colors. So you could play around with this, set it up the way you want, and hold on just a minute. All right, so now you would just play around with this, set it up the way you want. Once you get the look and feel of the icons that you want, don't forget to save your changes. All right, so next option we would have, which is total counts, which is you get the same options right here, total counts. You could play around with that as well too, or leave it as is. And then we have the floating share buttons. So right here we have floating share buttons, and you'll notice that I currently have them on my live site set to top of page, but you also have the option to the bottom of the page and then on the left side, which is what you get right here as well too, top of page, bottom of page, on the left side. And then you could do transition, fade in, fade out. So next we have the click to tweet style. So if you don't know what that is, you'll see it on some of my blog posts. I'm not sure if I have it on this post, but let's see right here. You'll notice that a lot of times you want to make it easy for people to click or tweet something that you have to say. Right here I have it on this. All they do is click on that and it'll click to tweet it. And with the free version, you don't have that option, but if you are using the free version, then you could install a plugin called, I believe it's called Click to Tweet. I believe that's what I used to use before I started using the premium version of Social Warfare. the difference with the premium or the free version is you don't have to have another plugin installed just to use that feature. And then this comes with a bunch of different themes that you can use to style or for these actual theme styles. Now, I have written a post on how I styled this click to tweet to match my actual site. So if you wanted to know more about that, I'll have the link to the post in the description below as well too. So those are both the tabs for the styles on both the free version and then the premium version. So now what we want to do is we want to go to social identity, and then the social identity is pretty much just going to be the same. You're going to notice that it's going to ask for your Twitter username, Pinterest username, Facebook URL, and then the Facebook app. And then you'll notice that right here it says open graph type values. I really just leave these as is. I haven't really changed any of these. I left these as default, and I really don't know what these mean either. So you'd want to go to the I right here to the information and find out what that is. So the next thing you want to do is go to advanced for both the free version and then the premium version. And you'll notice that you have the frame buster, and you'll notice that I pretty much just left it as default as on the free version right here. And then right here we have a bit.ly link shortener, which means that you could actually have your links automatically shortened with bit.ly. I do not use this, but if you wanted to, you could actually connect your bit.ly account with this. And then we have analytics tracking right here, and you'll notice that we do not have analytics tracking on the free version right here. But this is pretty much just for tracking, and then I believe I just pretty much just left this as is. But you could play around with this. Feel free to click this information right here and find out how to best use that. And then for advanced Pinterest settings, it says get maximum control over how your visitors are sharing your content on Pinterest. And then you could kind of play around with this as well and see how best to set this up. This is how I have mine set up, and this seems to work out fine for me. And then right here, share recovery. This actually saved my blog's content when I actually started my blog. I was on HTTP, and then I outsourced it to have it switch to HTTPS. Now, the cool thing is that when you do switch from HTTP to HTTPS, a lot of plugins, you will lose your share counts. With the social warfare, it actually is built to where you don't use your you don't lose your social counts. And then if you are doing it yourself, they have a guide right here that'll walk you through the process of how to do that. I actually outsourced it because I didn't want to take the time to do that. But if you do, you don't have to worry about losing your social share counts. Now, if you're on the free plugin and you upgrade to the premium version before you lose, or before you switch to, or after you switch to the premium version, I'm not sure if you will lose your counts. I don't know about that at all. So you have to do some research to find out if you do lose them or not. So the next thing you see, caching method. This is how I have mine set up. I have it on the legacy cache. And then full content versus excerpts. And you'll notice that on the free version, you have that as well too. You can see that I just have mine as off. And then right here, force new shares. Both the free version and the premium version have that. And then the last thing is on the social warfare, the premium or the free version do not have the registration tab, and this is just because you can see that this is the premium registration, and it'll tell you this copy of social warfare is registered. And then basically that's really the differences. Now, those are the differences in the settings. Now I want to take you to the actual post. So we have the free version installed right here on this development site. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go into the post, and I'm going to show you the difference of what the differences are between the free version and the paid version. So this is a post that is live both on, of course, my development site, and then I've got it live on my actual live site. So you'll notice down here I don't have any options to set up my images the way I want them shared. However, when I come in here to my live site, which is the same post as this post right here on my free localhost site right here, how to choose a WordPress theme, which is the same post as right here, but the difference is this one is on my live site. So we're going to come over here to edit post. And then I'm going to show you the differences. So we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of this post. And you're going to notice that the difference is that on the premium version, you have this option right here, which is social warfare custom options. So we're going to come down here and we're going to scroll all the way down again. And you're going to notice that we do not have the social warfare custom options. So right here after the text box and right here after the text box. On the premium version, I have this right here. So what this does is this allows me to create images that are specifically shared on these social networks. So you'll notice that right here I created an image specifically for Pinterest. So now when someone shares my content, my image to Pinterest, this is the image that's going to get shared. Whereas I don't have the control on the free version. You'll notice that if someone clicks on your content on the free version, I'm really not sure what's going to get shared. Because I haven't, like I said, I've never really used the free version, but I just kind of wanted to show you the differences of what they are. And then what you would do is you would add a Pinterest description right here. And then this is the description that gets shared whenever someone shares your Pinterest image. And then of course right here it'll say add an image that is optimized for maximum exposure on Facebook, Google Plus, and LinkedIn. We recommend 1200 by 628. And you'll notice that I've created an image that is specific for just those social sharing networks. So whenever someone shares my content to those social networks, this is the image that's going to get shared. And then you'll notice that it allows you to add a title, your social network title, and then your description as well too. It says add a title that will populate the Open Graph meta tag. So you could use this box to fill in your title, even give you the word count, and then how many description or how many characters remaining. And then down here, I've added a description, and it'll also let you know on the characters remaining. And then right here, the custom tweet, you'll notice that you could actually enter a custom tweet right here. And then of course the Pinterest description, and then right here it tells you add an image that is optimized for maximum exposure on Pinterest. So it will tell you have a lot more control down here as to what's actually getting shared, as well as the descriptions that are getting shared. And then you could pin image for browser. You could go default on or off, and then pin browser image location. You could go hidden at top of the post, at bottom of the post. So you notice that you have a ton of options and more control. Now, one more thing I want to show you. Let me actually go to one of my drafts. So I'm just going to, well, actually I'll just do this, and I'm just not going to save it. So we're just going to come over here, and then I'm going to show you how you would actually enter a click to tweet. Now you'll notice right here it says click to tweet by social warfare. On the free version, let's go to the editor, the visual editor, and you're going to notice that on the toolbar, or on the actual toolbar, you don't have that option. Oh, actually you do. Okay, click to tweet. Let's see. So you do actually have it on the free version, but you just don't. Okay, so you do actually have it. So you do, but the only difference is it's not in the actual settings right here. So I take it back. You do actually have the click to tweet on the free version. I didn't think you did, but you do. So if you wanted to use that for the free version, then you would just come over here, click on that, enter your information, and then choose an actual, let me just say, this is the free version. And then we're just going to take that and put that right here. And then you could choose which different theme and template you want for the actual click to tweet button. And then once you do that, we're just going to click on update. And then we're just going to see how it looks inside of the post. And like I said, there's tons of different templates. I believe there's 5 or 6 different templates you could use and to style your click to tweet theme. So you can see this is the actual, let me see which one that one is. That's style 1. So let's just go style 2. And then I'm going to show you the style that I customize that I use on some of my newer blog posts. So we're going to go ahead and refresh this, and you'll notice that this is the style 2. Now I've actually styled, I've written a blog post on how I styled my click to tweet style 4. Now let me show you my style 4. And I've actually written a blog post that walks you through on how I customized it, because I couldn't find any other ways to customize it on Social Warfare inside of the settings. But if you'll notice, when, okay, so it's not styled, the style sheet that I use for my live site is not available right there. Let me go to one of my blog posts, and I'm going to show you how I styled this. So let me come over here to my site, and I'm going to show you how I styled it with one of my actual, I think this one might have it. So I'm going to just show you a quick post, and then I'm going to show you my click to tweet and the styles that I did on how I changed it to match my actual site. So let's scroll on this post and see if it's on this post. If not, then let me check a different post real quick. I just want to show you, okay, so it's not on that one. Right here, click to tweet. This is the blog post that I wrote that it's called Social Warfare Click to Tweet, how I customized it. So if you'll notice right here, my Social Warfare is customized differently, and this is the same. This is the style theme 4, which is the same as this one, but this one has not been customized as this one. And you'll notice that I've got it to match my green color on my site, and then when I hover over it, it makes a little yellow border. I've actually shared this tutorial that will walk you through step by step on how to do that if you decide to do that. So anyway, I hope this walkthrough of the premium version and the free version was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the description below. I'll be sure to help you and answer them as best as I can. Like I said, if you're pretty happy with the free version, then feel free to continue using that. The thing I like about the premium version is it gives you more control over what people are sharing on the social networks. So anyway, don't forget to stop by my blog at SusanVelez.com. Sign up for my 7-day free WordPress course. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and give it a thumbs up. I'll talk to you later. Have a great one.